Good morning, students. Hope my voice is audible. The strength is very poor. Only 38 members joined. Please inform your friends to join quickly. So we were discussing fuzzy logic modules. So last part in this fuzzy logic module is decision making system. In this decision making system, first of all, we need different attributes. Let me share you the screen. So in the decision making, mainly you require specific objectives. Okay, suppose best example is you want to get an admission in top universities in USA. Okay, suppose best example if you are considering top universities in USA. So several conditions, several parameters you will be taking into consideration. Okay, you will be working out through whether the university rank is in the top 10 or not. First condition, first criteria. Second criteria is whether the university is providing good job after completion of your course. Okay, good job. Campus placements are there or not. Like that, you will consider several criteria whether the fee is economical or not. Okay, you within your limitations, you will be setting certain parameters. So, for this particular problem of choosing best university for your admission, okay, that is you will be deciding a best among the available universities, okay, which is your specific objective. So what are the things, alternatives, nothing but your parameters or criterias. You will evaluate these criterias, okay. You will search which university is providing you best scholarship, best placement, best research areas. Like that, you will choose several alternatives. You will evaluate these alternatives. Once you are evaluating, then you go for action implementation. That is, you will apply for specific universities, 4 or 5. Then you will be getting a result, which is you will get admission in one of the best universities you opted. That is the result. Okay. The decision making is a cycle process. It is a cyclic process. So one of the authors, they have identified the decision making process in several stages. Okay, first you need to identify the problem. Next, gathering information, learning about the different options regarding the problem. So what are the alternatives? Okay, decide what your options are in this step. Predict the immediate and long term consequences. Results. Okay, predict the immediate and long term consequences. Make the best choice among the alternatives. Act and evaluate. Okay, okay, this is the decision making system is a cyclic process. So suppose if we are going for another picture, okay, how qualified output you will be able to get. How qualified output. So it is a chain process. Okay, first thing is starting with creating alternatives. Creating alternatives. You are creating your alternatives. What are my choices? What do I do? From the useful information which is available, you are selecting what do I do. Next, am I thinking correct or not? Am I thinking correct or not? Sound reasoning. Next, commitment to follow through. Will I really take action or not? Helpful frame. What is it that I am deciding? Next, what consequences do I care about? What are the clear values? So the decision making process is a interlinked cyclic chain in order to get a quality decision. Okay, so there are many different types of different steps involved in decision making. So three main steps involved in the decision making: determining set of alternatives. In this step, alternatives from which the decision has to be taken must be determined. Next, evaluating alternatives. You are evaluating the alternatives so that one of the alternative can be chosen. Next, comparison between alternatives. So among all the alternatives, you are comparing and deciding the best alternative for your particular decision. Okay, so this decision making is different types. Individual decision making. Okay, one of the types of decision making is individual decision making. In this type of decision making, only single person is responsible for taking the decision. Okay, this individual decision making is characterized as a set of possible actions, set of goals, or set of constraints. So goals and constraints stated above are expressed in terms of fuzzy sets. So we are learning this decision making in the category of fuzzy. Okay, fuzzy decision making. Numerous number of decision making methods, fuzzy decision making methods are available. Numerous methods. Okay, only a few we are discussing. The outline of fuzzy decision making. So you are evaluating the composition for the using the composition for the goals and constraints. So using this equation, you are expressing the fuzzy decision of the system. So in this minimum of composition function of goals and constraints, which is giving you your fuzzy decision. Okay, minimum of composition of goals and your constraints. So other types of decision makings are multi-person decision making. Okay, earlier we have seen individual decision making. Individual decision making. Only single person is responsible for taking the decision. Just as you are selecting your own dress which is suitable for you. Single person. Okay, multi-person decision making. So in this category, it involves several persons. Several persons with knowledge, with different experiences to give the best decision. Okay, so here you are going for calculation of best decision making using number of persons preferring. Okay, suppose if you are considering admission into one particular university, best university in the world, if you are considering the same example of you want to pick up best university in the world. Okay, so you will be observing what is the ranking in the top, whether the ranking of the university in the top or not. So four criteria if you are considering: the fees, whether it is economical or not, it is whether it is in your range or not. Okay, stipend, does it provide any stipend or not? Similarly, whether research areas, is the institution contributing to research areas or not? So four criteria you have considered. So you will gather information from experts, multiple number of persons. Okay, you may be asking your professor in the department, or you may be asking the consultancy people, or you may be asking already students who are pursuing course in particular universities. So multi-persons, okay, multi-persons, you will collect information from multi-persons, and based on the information gathered from these multiple persons, you will decide, okay, best institution for your admission. So here the equation involves number of persons preferring xi to xj is equal to n of xi comma xj, total number of decision makers, small n. So SC is indicating the multiple person decision making, is ratio of number of persons preferring to total number of decision makers. Suppose there are 5 decision makers. Among the 5, 3 are preferring. Okay, so 3 are preferring. So based on your fuzzy sets, you will calculate this decision making index. Okay, that is your multi-person decision making. Next, coming to multi-objective decision making. Okay, multi-objective decision making. So in this multi-objective, earlier we have seen only one objective. Ultimately, the different criteria considered for admission into a best university. Okay, the objective here is only admission, whether you will be able to get admission in the best university in the world. Okay, but along with this objective, getting admission, you are taking other objectives also. You should get the highest stipend. Okay, which institution is providing you the highest stipend? That is your second objective. And Third object is fee structure. Fee structure. So based to acquire proper information related to all these objectives, different alternatives you need to consider. Okay. So in this multi-objective decision making, usually in the optimization techniques, we go for multi-objective optimization techniques, algorithms. Okay. In the mathworks.com, this various number of multi-objective decision making algorithms are available. Next, last one is multi-attribute decision making. Okay, so here you are considering multiple criteria, which is also known as attribute. When evaluation of alternatives is carried out based on several attributes of the objective. The attributes can be data, linguistic data, or qualitative data. So mathematically, this multi-attribute evaluation is carried out based on linear equations. Okay, linear equations only it is carried out. Suppose you are considering the example. Scholarship example. Okay, so here you are considering two persons, super administrator. Okay, so here the type of scholarship, criteria for scholarship, okay, rating decision, and method of multi criteria decision making. Fuzzy multi criteria, FMCDM is fuzzy multi criteria decision making. So you are updating the type of scholarship, updating the criteria of the scholarship, updating the rank decision, rating decision, and which method is suitable for fuzzy multi criteria decision making. So all this information is collected from the super administrator. So you are inputting student data, the selected input scholarship, what the scholarship the student have selected. Okay, input criteria scholarship for each student, selection based on the type of scholarship. So considering these all attributes, you are selecting best scholarship suitable for each student. So your result is printed. So this example you can extend it with the set of alternatives for academic scholarship. If you are considering academic scholarship, three criteria are included: cumulative grade point, CGPA. Okay. Second criteria is income of the parents or economical status of the parents. Third criteria is number of family members. How many number of family members are there? So if your preference is not with good academic achievement, then you are going for various other types of criteria for non-academic scholarship. Okay, this is one of the examples of multi-criteria decision making. So in the non-academic scholarship, you may be having set of 9 criteria: CGPA, income of parents, number of family members. First 3 as in your academic scholarship only. Next, fourth one, religious and moral aspects of Panchashila. What are the moral aspects you student is having? Next, aspects of reasoning and idealism, reasoning skills, aspects of leadership and loyalty. Next, aspects of interest, talents and skills, aspects of professional activities and internships, aspects of community service. So for non-academic scholarship, 9 criteria are considered. Okay, based on your membership function, you will be having your fuzzy set values. So linguistic variables for each criteria. CGPA, first criteria CGPA, second criteria economic status of parents, and third one what we have learned, number of family members. So linguistic variables we are considering C1 very high, C2 high, C3 medium. So fuzzy numbers, in fuzzy numbers you are mentioning all the 3 linguistic variable values. Similarly, for the non-academic scholarship, the linguistic variables you have chosen are medium, very low, very low, very high, high. That's all. So for all these 9 criteria, you are including your fuzzy numbers. So after fuzzifying, first step is you are setting up the attributes. Okay, first step you are setting up the attributes. Second step you are deciding on linguistic variables. Next step is to find the which method is suitable. Okay, which method? Multi-attribute decision making techniques. Some of the multi-attribute or multi-criteria decision making techniques are TOPSIS, AHP, WPM, SAW. TOPSIS, technique for order of preference by similarity to ideal solution. So in this case of academic and non-academic scholarship, this TOPSIS technique will give you the best solution. TOPSIS technique. So order of preference, which is preferred? Okay, which is preferred? Which institution is preferred by providing you the best scholarship and which is also economical. Okay, other MCDM or MADM techniques, multi-attribute decision making techniques or multi-criteria decision making techniques are analytical hierarchical process, and WPM, weighed product method, SAW, some additive weighing method, So these methods preferably they are used in your fuzzy decision making. Some of the multi-attribute decision making methods or multi-criteria decision making methods which are used in your fuzzy decision making. Okay, preferably you can write this first. Explain, you may be asked a question like this: explain the steps involved for decision making. What are the types? Okay, so this part is enough. You need to write 3 steps involved in decision making: determining the set of alternatives, evaluating alternatives, comparison between alternatives. Okay, types of decision making means 4 different types: individual decision making, multi-person decision making, multi-objective decision making, and multi-attribute decision making. Enough. This part is enough for if you are asked for a question for 4 marks. But when you are asked a question for 7 marks, you need to extend with a case study. As discussed. Okay, so you need to mention some of the multi-attribute decision making methods also which are mentioned here. Okay, preferably you will be asked explain about fuzzy decision making system. Explain about fuzzy decision making system. You may be asked. Okay. Hope it is clear for everyone. So if you have any queries, you can clarify. Why the strength is very poor?